Internet people of the world, what is going on? I am Anon Moose. We are here on the Anon Moose account, aptly named, gotta say. This account has terrible stats. Check this out, 22% gunboat energy, 20% troop damage. We are sitting at HQ17. Don't have max much, as you can see here, but we do have max artillery, max barrage for the armory level, obviously, and zookas. So what we're going to do is start with this account and then roll on forward, doing it with ease. Hopefully do not have instant training, but it is War Factory Day. I kept saying it, 16 diamonds in a chest. That is good. The most you can get is 20. Typically you get 2, as you just saw there, but it's always nice when you get that extra little bunch because we might need them for this video. We will find out very soon. Let's have a look, see what Miss Gearhart has in store for us. Okay, so this is one where basically any troops you want to use are going to work as my video just. That was kind of neat, actually. I wish I could do that on purpose. So we've got basically nothing to worry about except for some machine guns and some mortars. I guess we have everything to worry about is what I should have said there. But as far as Everspark, her usefulness is not going to be a thing because we've got SIMOs in range of everything. So this is going to be one where it's going to be difficult for low-level players just because we can't. Typically, we could make this easier using SIMO rocket launchers. No, using Everspark, but we can't do that. So let's have a look. These mortars, we can probably get rid of those mortars using gunboat energy. Let's just give that a shot first of all. They have very low health. That's the good thing about mortars and machine guns is that they have low health. So we should, in theory, just be able to barrage those, get rid of those. Now, if you have more time than me, more patience than me, you should just be able to walk through this entire front bit using rifles and zookas. Look at that. They had such low health, and our low-level artillery, low-level barrage didn't even scratch them, really. So that's going to be a problem. Definitely not having much gunboat energy. As you can see there, we took them from 39,000 down to 18,000. Not awesome. Not awesome at all, but hopefully our second attack we can get rid of those mortars and get rid of the boom mines that are back in this area because those are the things we need to get rid of fairly urgently. I'm not sure urgently is the right word or not, but it's a word, so we're going to stick to that. Now, we got rid of the mortars. Now our next step is to get rid of these machine guns right here. Again, if you have instant training or you have some time to do this, just walk your troops. Drop 2 boats of rifles, 3 boats of rifles, and zookas, and just walk through all of those sniper towers right there. But for this video, we're not going to be able to do that. Simply limited based on time and diamonds. Maybe we'll do that when it comes to our core hit, but for right now, our only job is to get rid of these machine guns, throwing all of our gunboat energy on these machine guns. Machine guns don't have a ton of health on them, so we should be able to get rid of them. Not terribly difficult, but a good start. So now that that's done, let's see if there's any free GBE. Looks like there is a little bit over here if we're super careful. Gonna drop 2 boats of zookas. Click that retreat button once because we need to get 4 boxes. It looks like there's 1, and then as soon as we get that 4th one, we're gonna drop our artillery and then run away. There's the second one. Here we go. So we're about to get that last one. Down goes the machine gun, and then we're going to run our troops away. Did not lose any zookas as a result. That's why I clicked that retreat button early. That way you don't have to double click it. It just saves you 1 click, which isn't a bad thing when you're trying to save your troops. So now we've got 1 machine gun, 1 shock blaster, and a bunch of health on this core. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna try and bring Brick. Chances are Brick is gonna die. I mean, it's just basically a given at this point, but we're gonna try our best to take this core down. It's going to be difficult simply because we're only dealing with itty bitty bits of damage. And when you're dealing with itty bitty bits of damage, you're going to have some problems. So we're going to get walking. We're going to lose some troops on the walk. Don't really care if we're going to lose the occasional troop, because the occasional troop doesn't really matter. But obviously, as you saw there, that shock blaster is doing all sorts of damage to us. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just shock the shock blaster and the machine gun, and then we're going to shock that sniper towers as well. We're just going to try our best to clear a nice little hole in here. As you can see there, we're not in range of that machine gun, so we can just clear that out. And at this point, we've got a little itty bitty hidey hole that we can get into. So I'm just going to walk up into here. We're going to mark that boom cannon, and at this point, as you can see here, we're only losing troops one by one, which is not a huge concern for us. We've got a nice little hidey hole. Realistically, those SIMOs are going to range us, so we might want to move a little bit north of there. North, 12 o'clock, I don't know how you want to describe that, towards the top of the screen. Let's have a quick look and see where those SIMOs are going to reach us. SIMOs shoot faster than grapplers, so that's why I'm focusing on getting out of the range of the SIMOs. But of course, then we bring the flamethrower into play if we go too high. So I'm going to go right in between those two dead defenses there that I can't show you what I'm talking about. Let's see if we have enough diamonds to load all of our zookas. Yes, we do. Only reloading once, using all of my hard-fought diamonds. Not super ideal, but that is something you've got to do for the YouTubes, I suppose. Let's get all of our ladies into there, and then we'll get our sort of lady into there, and we're just going to get walking. Get these ladies going. We're going to gap our smokes because we really don't care about any sort of gaps, because realistically, we're losing troops to the SIMO anyways. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to shock that SIMO. Then as soon as Brick gets out here, we're going to hit the battle orders. Brick's going to die, which is going to make our battle orders not super useful. But overall, we should be able to take this down. As you can see, our zookas are burning that core. Gonna be able to take this down. HQ17 unboosted. Typically, I'm doing HQ18, but for this one, I figured, you know what? Let's step up our game a little bit. Now, nothing about that was terribly difficult. The only thing you need to be careful with is smoking your troops near that shock blaster. Once you get rid of that shock blaster, it's all easy peasy at the core. Hopefully you've upgraded your artillery and your barrage, because those are incredibly useful for low-level players, more important than upgrading your troops, in my opinion. Anyways, I'm going to switch to another account. We'll be back in just 1 second. We'll try to do this 2 other ways. Okay, back in action. You have not seen this account not on warships for a while. You know what? What I'm going to do here is just show you exactly what I was talking about. Because we have instant training on this account, endless reserves, whatever you want to call it, what we're going to do is just drop our troops, watch them walk up and do some damage, and should be able to solo it. I mean, realistically, I don't think we even need to do anything for these low levels, but again, I've been wrong many times in the past. We're going to drop our rifles up front, our zookas in behind. We're going to drop some critters to both clear those mines and hopefully distract things for a second or so. And then just walking forward, shocking some things, keeping some critters out front of us, and riflemen just doing magical things. Everspark also helping out along the walk, and then just keeping on going. Using the universal remote when you're using rifles and zookas is a bit dicey, as you saw there, simply because you're sometimes hacking buildings that have 0 or near 0 health, which can be not super duper awesome. Now, as you can see, we're losing troops fairly consistently. We still got somewhere in the neighborhood of 32-ish riflemen, so not doing terribly bad, not doing super great, but we're moving forwards. If you're wondering why the heck I don't have riflemen in here, it's simply because if you add riflemen to this mix, if you add medics to this group, they're just going to run after troops that are grabbed by grapplers, and bad things happen. So that is my reasoning for not having riflemen loaded. We are going to hopefully clear all of these SIMOs. Looks like no, we're not. Now we're going to back away, clear this core, Not the most fun way, in my opinion, to do War Factory, but it is an option for those of you who don't like to smoke troops. Get some rifles involved, get your troops walking. Miss Everspark there is going to throw some critters out, which is going to help distract things. Rifles are going to get shot in the face, and zookas are going to bring the punch from in behind. Now, you could also bring bombardiers in behind the riflemen, also maybe a little bit more fun option. But there's a nice unboosted, easy solo without a heck of a lot of effort. Now, because you have high-level artillery, high-level barrage, could have also simply removed those mortars instead of shocking them, but we had to shock the shock blaster anyways. So that is one more option. I'm going to switch it up. We'll come back and try to do something a little bit more interesting, in my opinion, man. So basically all of my videos this week have been involving things that don't do a lot for intel. Warships don't do a heck of a lot for intel. War Factory doesn't do anything for intel. So really do wish, I can't say it again enough. I hope that War Factory, every unused attack gives you intel. So we have 5 attacks. If you solo it in 1, you get 4 intel. To me, would be super duper amazing. We're going to use warriors, and we're going to use Mr. Bullet. Warriors are always an option, especially when you get into a War Factory that does not have any sort of shield gens. What my path is going to be to get to the core, I don't really know. Let's have a look at the left side. Probably more smokes to go from the left, so we're going to come from the right, and we're just going to drop all of our dudes into this first smoke, dropping Bullet first simply so that he does not get grabbed by the grabbler. Then we're going to do a nice little granny flare here. I know I say never, ever, ever to do building flares, but we're going to do building flares anyways. We're going to drop a critter into that last smoke, hoping to distract that SIMO, but realistically, don't know if that's going to happen. We got taunt already thrown out there. And now we just need to hit that core using Mr. Bullet and some taunt action and melting the core. Let's throw some more critters over in here because that shock launcher is hitting all of our troops. Did not even think about that. Was too zoomed in to see the shock launcher. Simple, easy warrior solo. That to me is way more fun than doing that rifle walk, but really it's about whatever works. I know in the past I've said I like to treat War Factory like an operation attack, and using warriors is not an operation attack, but sometimes there are the rare occasion where warriors are useful above dead end or so I always look for those as well. Anyways, that's it for me. Sort of nice to throw a video out there that is not on the warship for a day. If you have other ideas of videos you'd like to see that are not warship related, please do let me know, because I do feel like I'm missing some love from the main base. So anyways, that's it for me as I finish up all of my chores, throwing out the submarine, getting my sculptor working, all that sort of stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments if you have requests of how to do War Factory in the future. Otherwise, as always, I'm zmoT. It's nice and sunny here, so hopefully it's sunny wherever you are, and I shall talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in.